guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is GT. Today we're gonna continue where we left off in my previous video. We're gonna try to install the shocks or struts on my Mitsubishi. I already have the boxes laid up right here on top of the table, so we can open them up. So let me just get a knife. Alright, so I'm gonna start by lifting up the car, taking off the back tires. I haven't rented the spring compressor tool, but as I said, I didn't need it last time. But in case I do need it, I have another car available. I'll just head over to AutoZone or O'Reilly's, rent that tool for a while so I can come back and do it. But for now, I'm gonna try without it. Wheels are off. So now to take these struts off, it has one bolt right here. These are 17s. I already have a breaker bar in case I need it, and a second 17 for the back side. And over here on the top is gonna have two bolts right there, which those are 916. I already checked, I already have it right here. So that's all it takes to remove the strut. If I need to, I'm gonna have to take this one off just in case this one doesn't go any lower. I can't remember if I took it off last time, but I'm gonna start by taking off just the bolts for the strut. Alright guys, in case you're wondering not to hit your bolt because you'll damage your thread, this one has like a little cone right here. You can hit this part right here and you won't damage your thread, so don't worry about those. Alright, so first I'm just gonna try the same 17 right here for this top bolt. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna do it with the impact. In case it doesn't work, I'm gonna get a key so I can take it out from there. Just get away from this spring just in case. There we go. Alright guys, so check it out. Here is the strut. Completely garbage now. The only thing I'm going to use is this bump stop right here and probably this dust sleeve. Alright guys, so one thing I do recommend you guys getting a spring compressor tool. This right here, I'm doing it because, well, for one, it's on a vise, but these are lowering springs and I had already cut one of the coils. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wash these springs and these parts right here, get the new strut, put it all back together, and so we can continue with the next side. So check it out. I already did both of the rear struts. Now it's time to put them back in. Yeah. Go through here first. These bottom bolts, this is where you're gonna need a jack. Alright guys, so this one I'm not too confident about taking it apart without using a compressor tool, but what I'm going to do, just step on the spring. I'm not going to get injured, don't worry. And so it looks like I might need the compressor tool, so we might have to make a trip to AutoZone. Alright, so here's the old one compared to the new ones. These do have different part numbers because of the brake line mount right here. So whenever you get new struts, you need two different part numbers. So this one's for the driver's side and for the passenger side. You just stand these up right here. So these two are 100% identical. So just gonna use this little rubber right here. just wash it, put it right here, and that's it. Alright, so this one first. This is just a rubber seat. You can tell that the shock is not centered, it's offset to one side.
I couldn't have done it alone. Y bueno, porque no falta el otro. ¿Ya pusiste el otro paso?
No, this one. Alright guys, one of the struts is done with a little bit of muscle, a little bit of persuasion, and a little bit of help. It's done. There it is. So overall it wasn't too bad. These are lowering springs. These are untouched. I haven't cut anything. Just put my body weight on top of it. Had someone else just help me put the nut on top, and then once it got a little bit of thread, I just did it with the torque impact driver, and it's installed. So not installed, but the spring is on. So now let's just put everything back together. Just the 2 bolts on the bottom, the 3 right here on top, and that's it. Super easy. Put everything back. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, on the second strut for the front one. So that's it. I'm just gonna leave you guys to watch this, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. There it is. Alright guys, all 4 coils, all 4 struts are installed. One thing I do recommend is if you're gonna do like a shock replacement, a strut replacement, or a spring, if you want to replace your springs, get a spring compression tool. Get that tool. Do as I say, not as I do. Get that tool. The reason I'm saying this is because springs can just they have a lot of tension, and when you release it, it will throw something at you. So be it the spring or the cap on top, it will throw something at you. Even if it's just a ratchet, it will hurt you, and I don't want to be responsible for that, guys. So get that tool. Alright guys, so now we got all the warnings out the way. I just wanted to say I'm gonna put the videos of the lab rat, the Mitsubishi videos, I'm gonna put those in pause. I got a few other videos, other projects that I need to work on. For example, this Suzuki, the Suzuki scooter, I need to paint that. I already have the paint inside the shop, which is a tri-stage Lambo Lime. It's a candy paint. So I already have the gun, and so that's gonna be one of my next projects. This Can-Am Spider, I've told you guys, I painted this one myself. This is watermelon red. The paint was from eBay, Eurochem color. You can expect to find them on eBay for like 180 bucks, around, give or take. Maybe the base coat clear is around 100, 140. A candy is like 180. So yeah, some people say that I'm somewhat decent as a beginner painter. I just wanted to say I'm not a beginner painter. I'm not. I've painted many vehicles before, and this Rust-Oleum paint has that was just a paint to challenge my skills, to try the paint Rust-Oleum. And so far, basically what I'm trying to say is the more time and thought you put into your work, into your build, the better results you're gonna get at the end. So I mean, this is 27 bucks. I mean, that's 140. So I'm not saying I'm gonna spend $1,000 in a paint, because I can make way better results with budget builds. That's my channel right here. Just try to do everything, you know, yourself. I do have a project vehicle that I want to introduce to the channel. I've mentioned it before. I think I've mentioned the vehicle to just a random few that have been in the channel. The new project vehicle that I want to introduce. So that's why I'll talk about this vehicle or my plans on it later. Just later, because as I said, I want a new project vehicle so I can start off from the beginning again, just keep on going. There's still so many things that I want to do to this one, but there's not a lot of you know. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.